Is former television host and media mogul Wendy Williams being held against her will? Well, let's find out. I'm Shermichael Singleton. Welcome to the Shermichael Singleton Show. And Williams, known for her outspoken, larger than life or persona, is now at the center of a major battle that extends far beyond the celebrity gossip she's known for. Her conservatorship, eerily reminiscent of Britney Spears, it's raising troubling concerns and questions about financial control, legal oversight, and the treatment of those in these uber secretive conservatorships that most of us don't really know a whole lot about. But this, in my opinion, guys, isn't just about Wendy Williams. This is about power. It's about government intervention. And it's about who gets to decide when someone loses control over their own life and who controls it when they do. And trust me, this conservatorship is far bigger than daytime television. Now, Williams began having problems 4 years ago. A lot of you guys may remember when this happened.
Our first caress.
And that was scary. I remember watching that clip at the time and hoping and praying that she was okay, regardless of your views about Wendy Williams. I wasn't a fan of her show, but no one ever wants to watch someone have that type of experience on live television. When I say I wasn't a fan, it's a show caters to women. It just wasn't the type of a show or format that I would watch, but I know a lot of women love her. And when that occurred in 2022, about a year, 2 years later, Wendy was placed under financial guardianship by Wells Fargo, a major financial institution. Hell, I even bank with them. And after her bank accounts were frozen due to alleged concerns over her mental and physical well-being, her guardian, an attorney assigned by the court, now controls her finances. Now, this guardian is a woman with her own shaky past, and you guys should Google it if you haven't. What was the justification? Well, according to Wells Fargo, they claimed that Williams was a victim of financial exploitation and that she was not mentally fit to handle her own money. Now, Williams recently claimed it was her son, Kevin, who mismanaged her funds in a recent interview with Harvey Levin.
My son, he overstepped his boundaries in terms of me. You understand? He overstepped his boundaries, and he was inappropriately using my money without telling me crap about it. Like, is he stealing from me? That's when my money got frozen at Wells Fargo. Thank God. No more money stealing from my son and the other people. He has a way of getting with, a couple of other people. You know what I'm saying? My son is not the only one, involved with my money.
Yeah, I know most of you guys love your moms. I could never imagine taking something from my mom when she sacrificed so much to give me all of the opportunities that I have been given. And so that's just unfortunate to hear Wendy talk about what her son has done, whether he did it on his own or under the influence of other people, which appears to be what she's sort of claiming there. Obviously, she goes on to say in that interview that she loves her son. But nevertheless, the fact that her son's actions led to this conservatorship with a conservator who already has a very shaky past is just terrible. But I want to play a couple clips. We got 3 clips from Harvey Levin during one of his TMZ lives, and he talks about a recent conversation that he had with Wendy Williams. And I think this was before he did the actual sit-down interview with Wendy Williams, which aired on Tubi. You guys should check it out if you haven't seen some of those clips. But let's roll the first clip from Harvey Levin.
Hey everybody, it's Harvey Levin from TMZ. I just spent an hour and a half on the phone with Wendy Williams. And I can tell you that the Wendy Williams I spoke to today is the same Wendy Williams that I knew 10 years ago. There was no difference. She was lucid, she was articulate, she was with it, and she was opinionated.
And as Harvey says, he's known her for a decade. And in that conversation with her, hour long, he didn't notice anything different. She seemed to be cognizant. She was able to remember things. She was disgusted by her current predicament and situation. This isn't just about Wendy Williams, if I'm being honest. This is about a growing trend of financial institutions across this country and even the government assuming control over individuals' wealth under the guise of protection. We're just trying to protect you. And let's be clear, the legal system allows for conservatorships and financial guardianships when someone is genuinely incapable of managing their affairs. I touched on that. But who makes that decision? Banks? Lawyers? Judges who don't know the person they're ruling over? There's a thin line between protection and financial control, and in this case, it's starting to look a lot like corporate overreach with the blessings of the court. And that to me is not okay, whether you like Wendy or not. We don't really know a lot about these conservatorships because they're so quiet, they're so secretive. But we probably should find out. This issue isn't just about celebrities. It's about a system that allows institutions to seize assets and control lives with little to no oversight at all. And here's the bigger question. What do we do about it? Who makes the decisions? I mean, if Congress was honestly willing to look into Britney Spears and her case and push for conservatorship reform, then why not Wendy Williams? And I bring up politics here, guys, because this issue really isn't a partisan one. This should be a bipartisan issue. I mean, this really is government overreach into personal finances, legal autonomy, and honestly, a complete disregard for the value of Wendy Williams' rights and individual rights, in general, writ large. And we should probably question the ability of banks to just lock up someone's personal assets. I mean, that's really kind of scary. You work hard to make so much money and someone can just make a claim and the bank can just say, well, we don't think you're capable of managing your funds, so we're going to appoint someone else that you don't know to do so. I mean, this case should be a real wake-up call. At least it is for me. It's time to demand greater transparency in conservatorship cases. We need to know more about this process. It's time to demand political leaders to take a stand against unchecked financial guardianships because this should not be acceptable. And most importantly, it's time to start asking if this can happen to a powerful, wealthy celebrity in the public eye. We're all seeing this. What's happening to the thousands of people without fame, without a voice, and without a platform to fight back? Just imagine. So in my opinion, the fight for Wendy Williams is way bigger than just Wendy Williams. This is about personal autonomy. This is about financial control. And it is about who gets to decide when someone is unfit to manage their own life. And if we don't start pushing back now, and we've seen this again, Britney, now Wendy, the question, at least to me, and I hope so for you too, the question isn't whether this will happen again, because it probably will. The question is, who will it be next time? I mean, hell, for all I know, it might just be you, or maybe even me. And that's enough for us to take a stand to say free Wendy Williams. Let me know in the comments below what you think about what's going on with Wendy Williams. Do you think she should regain control of her money? Should she be able to be free again to live her own life? I think she should. Let me know what you think. I'm Shermichael Singleton. Thanks for watching. Take care.